Hello everyone, I am Sacrabalic, your envoy of hope, and welcome to Alpha Protocol in the Year of Twos, aka the most botched playthrough on the planet. I have a script, I didn't follow it, still fucking up. Oh well, let's contact Grigori.
Michael Thornton. Welcome to Moscow. You are fresh from Taipei, yes? Terrible thing, the attempt on Sung's life. Very bad assassin. Or very smart president.
There were losses and gains for a few people, which is why I'm here.
I feel honored. Your first time in Moscow, and I am your first stop. What brings Michael Thornton, world traveler, to this humble bar?
Do we have to jump right to business? I could really use a drink first.
Then you are lucky you've come to a bar. I am short on cash, so you will have to make your own way.
That go for events going on in Moscow, too?
And here I thought we were not going to jump right to business.
A cough like that, this bar may not be the best place to hang out. Secondhand smoking.
I quit 3 times this month. Second-hand smoke is my way of getting by.
You quit 3 times in a row, you didn't really quit.
You're drinking, but I wanted to know who Halbeck's friends are here in Moscow.
What specifically do you wish to know? If they have friends at all? Now that is a question in itself.
Stopping the missile shipment is my top priority. What was their destination?
That is a difficult question, but I know someone who would know the answer. There is a man, Sergei Surkov. He runs several businesses in Moscow. He may know who Halbeck is dealing with.
Sergei Surkov. Running a check on the name now. We're getting a lot of hits. He shouldn't be hard to find. Although, judging from his contact list, figuring out where his next appointment is could take some time.
Alright, I think I can wait a little longer. And there's a few other leads I'd like to track down.
You were planning to investigate Leningradsky station, yes? Maybe you can do me a favor.
A favor?
Your American missiles are not the only cargo that comes through the station. If you go, maybe you could divert these shipments, accidentally, of course.
What, you mean change the shipping labels? And me without my label maker.
It is more simple than that. The box destination is stenciled on the side, but it is a code. Change it with a marker, and the boxes will end up somewhere else. To a friend of ours who will be happy to reimburse us. Maybe do a little business with you.
I'll think about it.
Do that. And if you need a place to buy weapons, armor, devices, I can help you there too. I may not know Halbeck, but I know many others who are not friends of theirs.
I'd appreciate that. What's the price tag for the reference?
Directing a customer to a shopkeeper friend, no price tag. Just business.
Alright. Thanks, Grigori. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you not being an asshole when talking to me, Michael. Other agents, too stiff. Others, too much cowboy. You come to me.
I love that this game just keeps using cowboy as a description.
Wanted. No?
Agent Thornton contacted an informant in Moscow, a man by the name of Grigori. The two of them met in a bar where Agent Thornton questioned him concerning Halbeck's presence in Moscow. After a rocky introduction, Grigori relaxed and shared information with Agent Thornton. He was also agreed to introduce Thornton to a weapons dealer in Moscow as a gesture of goodwill. Grigori seems compliant. It is unlikely he would share information about Thornton's presence to others in Moscow. Okay, we got a new email. We're going to save first. case I really, really don't want that email. Oh, no, it's Grigori. Okay. Mr. Thornton, while you are, of course, encouraged to spend your money on inventory, I am an information broker first and a legal weapons dealer second. I've added your clearinghouse credentials to my short list of buyers. You are free to peruse my wares and issue buy and sell orders as you see fit. Alright, let's go over here. Let's get data on assaulting Lazo's yacht. Alright, let's just head off right to the next one. That didn't take long, and let's go assault Lazo's yacht. Yeah, we're like 6 minutes in. We're not calling it. Oh, part over. We did a mission. Wait, we're Shadow Operative. Shadow Operative.
I'm here. Now to find Lazo.
Bang! Nobody heard anything. Damn it, got stuck on a ledge.
What's this?
There we go. Got him too. Surprised there's no money on this table. There usually is. Got him. Yeah! Yeah, they're blind and deaf.
Lazo, you're so crazy.
Okay.
One is break or throwing another party.
Got him. Got that. Let's hack this. There we go.
Ha! Breako's history. I'm the big man in Moscow. You wait.
Yeah, sure. Braco's history. You'll find out who Braco is soon. Oh dear. That guy appeared out of nowhere. Oh, sweet, we leveled. We're gonna go over here.
What was that? Someone's here. Come out now. Fuck.
Well, no alarms. Good enough. Although those guards were not here a moment ago. See, this is a magic boat. Oh, look at that! G-22s!
Lazo has been terminated. Move out.
What the hell's going on here?
Damn it, sis. Alright, well, let's just go ahead and activate Fury. Welcome to pain.
What, nothing to say? This silent treatment of yours is starting to hurt my feelings. And after all we've been through, too. You're just a kid, so I'm willing to let this go. You keep pushing it.
I think the first time I did this, I shot her. Because when she, like, went to reach for it.
Mike, are you still there?
I'm here.
Someone was jamming the frequency. Are you alright?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. No one dead? No one dead. Intelligence revealed Lieutenant of Russian mob Lazo was throwing a party on his yacht in Moscow that he might be a source concerning Halbeck missiles. Agent Thornton boarded the yacht to find out what Lazo knew about the missiles and their destination. When Lazo was encountered, however, he attacked Agent Thornton immediately. Not true. Didn't even see me. After dealing with Lazo, Agent Thornton made his way to the upper decks, encountering resistance from a terrorist group known as G22, who were after the same information. Agent Thornton made his way to Lazo's computer and downloaded an IP address for Lazo's boss. As he was completing the download, he encountered a G22 team led by a mute teenage girl. She refused to identify herself and attacked. Tipped off by an informant, Thornton located Lazo's computer and gained access to the account information it held. Cash deposit, Agent Thornton. Thornton defeated the enemy Agent Sis. He then attempted to reason with her. She refused to speak, but gave Thornton a locket and vanished. Sis and G22 still alive, potential enemies. Effect repercussions from G22.
What's up with the connection? Looks like something's interfering with the transmission. Or... Albatross. It's been a while since Taipei. I ran into a little friend of yours tonight, hanging out with your G22 buddies. She's quite the little firecracker, although she doesn't talk much. Well, except with those pistols of hers.
That would be my bodyguard, Sis. And I know you spared her life. That's why I'm calling.
I didn't want to fight her. I was only there for Lazo. But she didn't give me much choice.
It was under my orders, Mike. But I didn't realize you would be there. Else, I would have instructed Sis to behave differently.
So should I ask what G22 is doing in Moscow? You guys sure seem to get around.
It's a rather long answer, Mike. One I'd like to discuss more, if you'd be up for it.
Is your bodyguard invited? If so, I'll need body armor.
I'm afraid it's required she be present. We're not supposed to be apart. It's how G22 operates in the field. But like you, I tend to bend the rules for the sake of the greater good. I'll leave the choice up to you, but I can't wait long. If you want to discuss your future, then meet me at the following coordinates. It isn't far. And come alone.
Alright. But I better not be walking into an ambush. And tell Sis to keep her distance.
I will do so. I will not wait long, Mike. So if you want to speak to me, you'll have to do it soon.
Okay. We got a new level. Can't upgrade that, but we can upgrade our toughness. And we can upgrade our sabotage. We will go to our weapons locker. Change to winter clothing. Open this up. Check our email. Hi, Mike. Westridge is spending the day in the shooting range, so nobody's looking over my shoulder for the time being. I was going to see if I can dig up a little on the agents that were in Saudi Arabia with you. Who do you want me to research? Mina. We will say Parker. It's always the quiet, antisocial type. Dig around and see what you can find on Parker, assuming he hasn't already covered his tracks. Okay, we're going to go over to Clearinghouse. We are going to get the contact Albatross files. Save the game. And then we're going to go contact Albatross. God, I kind of want some orange juice.
beautiful night. Let's not ruin it by shooting each other.
It's all right, sis. Hello, Mike. No trouble finding the place, I hope.
You wanted to meet face to face. Why?
I wanted to talk about you and the organization I represent. You spared Sis's life. For that, you have my thanks.
I have something of hers. Here.
Did she give that to you? I see. The locket is a childhood memento. Perhaps those days are gone. Regardless, thank you for sparing her life. The gratitude comes from both of us, it seems.
According to what I've been able to dig up on you two, she's your bodyguard. If anyone should be saving someone's life, it's her.
That is correct.
Intel suggests she's an orphan. That you're not related.
I see.
I
You
love
have
this
access to
conversation.
full records, Agent Thornton. I thought I'd wipe those clean.
I'm thorough. But if she's your bodyguard, why did you send her to Lazo's yacht? Isn't she supposed to be protecting you? She could have been killed, you know. That's no way to treat someone you care about. And no way to treat a child.
Sis would not be here today if not for me, Agent Thornton. The world is cruel in many respects. And every day we survive, we have gambled against death and won. And the locket she gave you. Perhaps Sis is not a child anymore. To throw away a childhood memento so carelessly.
That locket? It's not a childhood memento.
Excuse me?
The locket. It depicts St. George and the dragon. According to the legend, townsfolk fed their children to the dragon out of fear to prevent its wrath. Eventually, the king agreed to feed his own daughter to the beast.
I'm not sure I like the implication, Agent Thornton.
I wasn't aware there was one. I'm guessing only she knows how St. George factors in. But I'm wondering who G22 is in the story, and who you are. I'm sure Sis could clear it up. If she wanted to tell us, that is.
She can't.
Can't or won't.
She's a mute. Let's walk. Sis will make sure we're not interrupted.
All right. So, what did you want to talk about?
I know to all outward appearances you're a rogue agent. I also know about Alpha Protocol, and in your case, it's being used for its intended purpose.
It wasn't my choice, really. One of my associates made the decision for me.
I disagree. You had other options, I'm sure. Did enacting Alpha Protocol change your mission?
No.
Then you should be proud of your accomplishment.
What accomplishment?
It's not often that one gets to turn the tools of their own government against them, and for the right reasons. And Alpha Protocol? It is a powerful tool.
Between Halbeck and you, I'm beginning to feel like everyone knows about Alpha Protocol.
It may seem that way. I'd argue you're simply traveling in a smaller circle here, on the fringe of international politics.
I don't know what you want, Albatross. G22's agenda? Doesn't seem like you have one.
No. We have aspirations, as does any government. But we believe that agendas are accomplished by careful study and observation. If the status quo is disrupted, it makes predicting triggers and events more difficult.
You sound like one of the analysts of Alpha Protocol I know.
Alpha Protocol has always had someone in that role. It helps them function as intended, no matter what iteration of the program. It's an odd thing. A government-sponsored program whose purpose is to prevent being policed by its own government. Now, what kind of foundation is that for a country?
I guess you have to trust your country and act in its best interests.
Do you trust your country?
I do. I believe in the mission.
I propose we become allies.
What, I become a member of G22?
No. I propose we cooperate. You will find that as extensive as Alpha Protocol's leftover safe houses and gadgets are, well, G22 has access to much more.
And the price?
Let us say I owe you. You've already paid me, in the only currency I value. What do you say?
All right.
All right.
I need all the friends I can get. And for some reason, I trust you.
You won't regret it, Mike. We're out of time, I'm afraid. Thank you for listening to me, Mike. I know you have a great deal of work ahead of you.
Albatross, I need to know something.
Yes. What?
This business with Halbeck. I can still prevent it, right? there's a way to stop them. This isn't going to end well, is it?
Mike, it never does.
Okay. I really like that conversation. You can feel the impact. Agent Thornton was captured by Albatross, a cell leader for G22. Thornton agreed to meet him and Sis, apparently his loyal bodyguard. I just randomly inserted the word loyal in that. In a local park. After a conversation concerning G22 and their motives, and Agent Thornton's role in confronting Halbeck, Albatross offered Thornton an alliance, largely because Agent Thornton spared Sis's life on the yacht. During the conversation, Thornton questioned Albatross about Sis's role in the organization after her desire to be there. The question was met with hostility, although it may have had more to do with Sis's locket, which Thornton had in his possession. The relationship between Albatross and Sis is unclear, but Albatross seemed extremely protective of the child, perhaps on an obsessive level. Albatross and Thornton reputation loss, Thornton and Sis reputation gain. Really, there's no advantages to getting the Sis reputation gain, but I like that dialogue tree, that dialogue line anyway. And we can get to 10 with Albatross before the end of the game, so it doesn't matter. Thornton agreed to the alliance with Albatross, and 10's the max, by the way, and the two parted on good terms. G22 and Thornton allied. New vendor options through G22 connections. And because this is still quite short, I will actually show you those connections. We got something good. Okay, Mr. Thornton, as long as we're working together, I will share access to our black market channels. When you log in Clearinghouse, you will have access to G22 Supply Network. Whatever surplus gear we have will be available for purchase should you need it. Albatross. Follow up on Parker. Alan Parker, born in South Dakota, bachelor's in mathematics from Dartmouth, master's and PhD at the University of Chicago. His dissertation was entitled Applications of Perturbation Theory on Social Hysteria. At the risk of sounding like a total nerd, it's pretty fun, crazy reading. It's all about dissecting social spikes in alcoholism, depression, suicide, support of dictators, and so on, to things like prices of beer, availability of fresh produce, and stock market volatility. Joined the CIA after college and became a rather successful analyst, solid work ethic and performance, but his personality issues blocked any hope of promotion. Unlike virtually everyone else in an agency, Parker actually has a family. Well, in a manner of speaking. His wife died of alcohol-related illness, and while her obituary says she's survived by a daughter, the young Miss Parker seems to have dropped all communication with her family. The alcohol-related illness was actually a car crash. She was drinking and driving. We'll deal with that more later. Now his record sure makes it look like he's just a mathematically brilliant worker bee for the State Department. Since that was too boring to be true, I dug around a bit. There are long stretches of time throughout his career when his CIA work log indicate he was working on projects that sounded suspiciously easy, like monitoring petty drug dealers or counting casualties in a CIA dust-up. So I asked him about a few of these projects. He said he was on and said he didn't remember, stuttered a bit, and then wandered off topic. This is not a man I've ever known to forget anything at all. So, long story short, turns out he's been doing black ops for decades. Those work logs were just cover-ups, and when he was doing top-secret work for the government, work that's essentially Alpha Protocol-type operations, only this was before Alpha Protocol was ever chartered. As for his work on Desert Spear, it's odd that he was assigned to the mission. Seems crisis response op is straightforward. Vengeance, what work? Trouble is, I can't find much on his work on the op. All records of his involvement in the operation are sterile write-ups that leave off a ton of details, but apparently Parker is allowed to sign off on his own reports, so I guess he can easily cover up anything and everything he wants to hide. So there you go. Parker's got a long history with Alpha Protocol, and the deniable espionage efforts that have come before it. Make of it what you will. I'll keep digging, though I'm starting to think Parker's hobbies include shredding documents and censoring documents. There, we got some information on Alan Parker now. Let's go to Clearinghouse. Now that we have the G22, we have all this information, which we're going to buy all of it. But more importantly than that, they have recently given us access to advanced stealth armor. Buy. we are going to go over here to our weapons locker. Switch to advanced stealth armor. We're going to put in digital camouflage, infrared flash bulb, and shock pads. No, not shock pads. I guess I don't... Alright, reinforced arm guards, I guess. I guess I don't have, the interface that makes your hacking easier. There we go! God, my brain just stopped working all of a sudden. Silencer Mark II. Extended pistol clip. And there we go. Okay. Now, because we're so low on money, we're going to go over to Clearinghouse. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. Go over here. Sell all this crap. We don't need any of that. We're not going to need any of that. Get all that out of here. Yeah. We're not going to need the... We're not going to need that. I don't know why I still have that, actually. We're not going to need that. There we go. We're not going to need the tactical stealth armor anymore. We may use that later. But we're never going to use that, so I don't know why I still have that. We're not going to use that either. We may use that later. Increase recoil control with all... Well, yeah, we're never going to use that. That might come into play later. So we'll keep that. Okay, that's good enough for now. And then that is definitely equipped. Alright, so I guess that's good enough. I've been Sacrabalic, your Envoy of Hope, and I hope you enjoyed this part. I really like that conversation, so I'm glad we did it. We're going to go on a train next time, but honestly, I'm kind of worn down a little bit. I could keep going, but I think I'm going to stop recording for now anyway. So, yeah. You know. See you next time, guys.